Yeah. He's all right, Reina, though, isn't he? Yeah. Yeah. Must have been a confidence builder when he played in the stadium. Yeah. You got time to do a game, mate, or you have to rush out? Awesome.
Ladies and gentlemen, next tournament together for South Korea in white and China in red and black.
So welcome back. Cup quarter-final number 3 here at the Malaysian leg of the Asian Sevens Series. The midday sun's belting down, slightly overcast, but very warm and sticky, that's for sure. And there's the Chinese flag fluttering in the breeze. And there's the Chinese team full of big, strong athletes. And, well, Korea in white, they have no shortage of big, strong, fast men either. So this is going to be an interesting clash, probably the tightest clash of the quarterfinals, you'd imagine. Inoke Awhiaki is with me from the Singapore Rugby Union.
No, welcome. Thanks for welcoming me back. It's Korea. I definitely got their sights on a gold medal at the Asian Games later on this month. So it's this is their big one, really. They've got to knock over China to build some confidence leading into the Asian Games.
Well, kickoff's taken by China. Ma Chong, who's scored some tries this tournament, 5 already.
You can see the body shape's a little bit different, can't you? It's the Chinese are more athletically built. The Koreans have a little bit more muscle mass about them, and that'll show in their game styles as well. Korea will be a bit more direct in their attack, and the Chinese lads will be trying to get some space.
Well, there's the try-scoring star, Jeong Yong-sik, who's top try scorer of the tournament. He scored 7 yesterday, the young number 8 for Korea. And be interesting to see how he goes against some of these better teams today. Of course, they dispatched the UAE 48-0 yesterday and then defeated Malaysia in a one-sided affair 33-5. So plenty of chances and space on the outside for Jeong yesterday. It'll be interesting to see how he copes today with the games obviously going to be a bit tighter. So China again with all the possession so far today. But there's a knock-on that allows Han Hong-kyu with the first touch of the ball for Korea. Oh, and then he must have been offside there, yep. And Kim Sang-soo had no chance to clear. So they take it quickly. Here's Yun Kwon-woo, who's not the archetypal sevens forward, that's got to be said.
But this is their game plan, is to be quite direct. They usually get good width in their positioning, but today, so far, they've been quite narrow.
So Han Hong-kyu gets a penalty. China perhaps not releasing the ball carrier there. So Oh Eun-hyung takes it quickly out to Kim Sang-soo. This is Yoon Tae-il who flips a big pass to the young star, and yet Jeong just looking up perhaps and assessing his options before he had the ball in his hands with the defender Liu Hua-chan coming at him.
The idea was right. There was a bit of space out wide, and they had a speedster out there to use that space, but unfortunately just he didn't catch the ball as clean as he should have. Yeah, that's Korea's little game plan at the moment, is to keep it tight for a little while until the Chinese come in and consolidate or cluster their defense, and then they'll go wide.
So your Singapore team will take on Malaysia later today in the plate semi at 3 o'clock.
Correct. It's going to be a bit of the Causeway Challenge, isn't it? So we love that rivalry. The levels here in this tournament is, there's a big gap between the top 4 teams and the rest are still.
Good attack from Korea. Oh, but last pass going astray. So China work their way out of the red zone, and they do well too. Some good interplay there. Fast ball too. There's some quick guys on the outside here. Liu Guanjan, the captain, gets it out to Ma Chong. And again, it's turned over though.
Wow.
Oh, there's a bit of
Wow.
spectacular
That's,
play.
Haven't seen that in a while.
Yeah, that was the tackler was the white man who got flipped, so no penalty there. All the man with the ball in his hands was doing was protecting it and evading the tackler, so we play on. Sim Sang Soo to
Nice,
Jong, and here he is, slippery guy, try number 8 for the tournament, and it's good to see him popping up too in the midfield channels. Jeong Yong Sik.
So yeah, the game plan of staying very, very direct on a reasonably fast team in China is paying off here. So it's going to be more about 15 style rugby here. The Samoans have a similar type of game plan in sevens. They do take a direct route, and looking at the size of these Koreans, they could almost be the Samoans of Asia.
Yeah, that's a good analogy. As Oh Yun Hyung converts, and we talked in the last game about Jamie Hood being a great kicker. Well, that was a good little step out of the tackle from Jeong Yong Sik, and Oh is certainly a consistent performer as well with the boot, and a real general for them as well. Talking to Lee Smith last night, their IRB consultant and coach, and he's delighted the way the young Jeong's blossoming. Just a young fella, 19 years old.
Gone 10, travel 10, so play on.
And Han Kung Kyu doing a great job manhandling the Chinese forward round to his side and allowing his teammates to pluck the ball away. And there he is again, Jeong Yong Sik. He's up against a flyer here too, Ma Chong.
No, not quick enough.
No, in fact it was Liu Hua Chan who managed to grab him and throw him across the sideline.
He could have got the little in and out there to stutter his defense, but he just chose to put the pedal down and go for the outside.
Yep. So China spending a lot of time in their own territory here.
Good athletic skill there to get that ball. Nice,
Yeah.
and the jumper got nice and high.
Feng Wenru, who decides to put a little kick in. Oh Yun Hyung's back, but he's going to be under a lot of pressure here from Feng. Goes down on the ball and does very well getting up and scrambling that extra 5 metres. Wins the penalty too.
Did well. One guy rushing back to get the ball with 2 defenders on his collar. So
Yeah.
he did well to win that penalty.
Again, Korea just nailing China back into this end of the field. Oh Yun Hyung doing a great job there. It's turned into a real general for the Korean team. Yun Kwon Woo lifts Yu Tai-nil, and out it goes to Oh. This is
Nice,
Kim Sang
inside
Soo.
step.
Who has beautiful
Oh.
feet. That's a wonderful, wonderful
Is he gonna get there?
performance
He should do.
from
Good
Kim
ball.
Sang Soo. He was running a bit laterally yesterday. Oh, on the knee again.
Yeah,
He's had.
tough.
This is the man who's had 5 knee reconstructions. So
Slight tweak there. Hopefully he can carry on.
yeah,
Bit of pain.
it was 5 or 6 years ago where he was delighting the crowds at the Hong Kong Sevens with some great performances. Good to see him back. He's had a nightmare run with the injuries, but that was a perfect little stepping run there from Peter Alatini-like.
Oh, I think Peter had faster feet, but he was, those dancing feet of Peter Alatini is well remembered.
Conversion's good, and that will call for half time. So Korea with 2 converted tries, 14 points to 0 ahead. Just see here that
Oh, I'll give him some points there. Peter Alatini will be proud of that.
Alatini himself spending some time in Japan at Kamaishi at one stage.
Yes, several years actually. He was there during that awful period as well, where the tsunami hit, and a lot of the people of Kamaishi were affected. My younger brother Stan was also playing Kamaishi with Peter, often sending me photos of them surfing and their new hobby of being beachside and off training and pretending they were good surfers, but obviously I know they're not.
Well, I'm sure when you're playing rugby in Japan, especially in a smaller town, you'd need lots of distractions like that to keep your mind busy.
And Kamaishi is based up north of Tokyo, in sort of the country area. So it's the one rugby team that is not sponsored by any company. It's the province have taken under its wing, and because they were so proud of the fact that when they were a company team, a steelworks, that they did win the competition, and rugby was very much part of their culture of that province. Lee Smith seem to be doing wonders for Korea. They've got a much better structure about them, and they know they're sticking to their strengths. If they do that, they'll beat China, and they've shown that they can beat Japan, sticking to their strengths.
Yeah, I know that he's very happy working with Coach Chung Hyung-suk as well, who's picking up things and bringing his own philosophies to the table, and a lot of Kipco players in the squad as well, who all seem to be on the same page with the structure as well. So it's looking good for Korea, and it looks like they continue on their way here against China.
Yeah, there was a cardinal sin there. You don't let the ball bounce, and that gave China the opportunity to put pressure and actually win the ball back. So it's, I'm pretty sure the coaching staff will be having a chat to their boys about that.
Yep. The winner of this game will go on to play the winner of Japan-Thailand. So that may be a similar clash. We saw it in Hong Kong, where Korea surprised the Japanese. Tougher assignment this week, though, you'd imagine, with some of the experienced players coming back for Japan. So if Korea can carry on here, it's still 6 or 7 minutes left for China to get back, but it's quite an interesting clash in store later this afternoon. A penalty here for China.
Not on the marks, rewind it back. So just that little knowledge there where the mark is. Again, that probably wasn't on the mark, but carry on.
Close enough.
Knockdown.
Oh, yeah, and Yun
Could
Tae-il.
that be a penalty, or was it just a knock-on? Not back 10 at all.
So China really need to score here, get some points on the board, and get themselves into this game. 5 minutes left. They've stuck with this starting lineup, Korea, in the second half. No new blood on the field. Han Kong-kyeo's worked hard, and the bulky Yoon Kwon-woo still on the paddock.
Well, they showed against Japan, if they play a very direct game and actually hold width as well, that they were pretty unstoppable.
Yep. Wang Fenru calling the shots there for China. Little break there from Wang Jianhua.
Getting a little bit lateral on that defense by Korea, so that's going to cause them problems.
Oh, here's Chen Ka-wen, and yeah, we haven't seen him very often this weekend as well. So first touch of the ball, and it's a try for Chen Ka-wen.
Yeah, the worst thing you need for big lads is to be running sideways, and that's what happened there with Korea. They had 3 guys running across field to make tackles, and the direction of the play changed, and there's no chance for them to come back.
Ma Chong, who's scored 5 tries but no conversions, so he's picking up the kicking duties from Jiang Li Wei, who may be carrying an injury, I think.
Okay. China's still down by 2 scores, so they need to pick something up soon to steal this one.
Went down to Sri Lanka yesterday, China, 33-22, beating Kazakhstan though quite convincingly, and nice high take there. No mistakes from that kickoff from Yun Tae-il.
Yes.
Although some wrestling on the ground here, the ruck had formed, so the Chinese player trying to pick it up there. Liu Guanjian.
Most of the Chinese players have not played the game for long amounts of time. The Koreans, the rugby's been there for many years, and they've probably been playing since their school days, so they've got a sort of a better appreciation of what you can and can't do. So just China just giving an unnecessary penalty away, but hopefully he learns from that experience.
Yeah, 40 high school teams in Korea playing at top level, and then only 8 university teams after they leave high school. So as I was talking to the Koreans yesterday, there's 32 teams of rugby players that have to give up.
It's tough. They've got to work, and there's no professional league. The better players head off to Japan, and you're losing a lot of kids that have good talent.
Han Kong-kyew with a big hip thrust there. Oh Yun-hyun. And wide again, here's Yong Sik.
There we go.
Again, who He's not going to beat them on the outside for pace. So Wang Jianhua picks up the ball. Good counter attack here. Try scorer. Chin, but oh, Han Kuk-kyu.
Good boy.
Good timing. He's just smashed somebody in the tackle and then picks himself up and gets the interceptions. A wild pass there, and Hungry Han.
Exactly. He's got a nose for where the action's at, so it's yeah, he's doing well.
Second try of the tournament for Han Kuk-kyu from Kepco, and that may have sealed the game for Korea. Now with 3 scores needed from China after this. Oh, with the conversion.
So a very successful game style that they have here. If they run hard and straight into holes, even if they run into contact, they're going forward. It's more a 15 style. Even Tana Umang will be pleased with that, running a nice hard line back against the grain. So yeah, it does work for the bigger lads.
Some substitutes coming on now. Young Cheong Yong Sik gets a break. Liu Guanjan waiting for the kickoff. Up he goes too, yeah, taps it down. Floating pass that poor Ma Chong had to wait for an eternity. Now here's Wong Wei, who's just come on the field. He's a brilliant player. I don't know why they haven't given him more time this weekend.
Nice play on.
Good
steal there.
Yeah, very good steal. Here's Kim Nam-wook, who's on the paddock as well.
Okay,
oh, good defence from the Chinese there, up very quickly.
They know the urgency, they need to get that ball.
But Korea managed to retain it. Here's Kim Jong-min. Pops his hands clear and gets it to Jiang Seong-min.
Not quick enough to get on the outside. What is he going to do? Buy some time. Well done. And anyone supporting?
Oh Yun-hyung was
Wild
there.
Pass.
Yeah, we've seen a few of those in this game. So here's the big man, Liu Guanjan.
Oh, the back behind the back pass.
Yeah, there's some real flair there, that's for sure.
That's from basketball, isn't it?
Jiang Li Wei will go all the way himself.
Okay.
Oh, that was a lovely piece of interplay.
They usually do, you do a behind the back pass to go in the opposite direction or the direction you're going in. He did it back inside, which is, yeah, either way, it looked nice.
Converts the try himself to speed proceedings up. So China, real belief that they can snatch this one. They're 9 points behind, 21-12. As Korea make more changes. Time is off. And there's a ninja player as well down the end of the field here for China. It's not looking in great nick. 9
points to equal it. Then if we do equal it, and it's knockout, it's knockout rugby now, isn't it? So we're going to sudden death if it does end up in a tied match. 2 sets of 5-minute halves. Or
golden point as well, yeah.
Golden point.
It's a long restart, reaches the 22. So Kim Won-yong. Again, another player we haven't seen much of this weekend. Perhaps they're holding him back for a game like Japan. It's a tough pass for Oh Yoon-hyun.
Oh, good feet.
Yeah, lovely soccer skills. Like the Samsung Blue Wings there. And flips it back now, Mook. Won-yong.
Bit isolated there, but he gets the pass off. Okay,
Kim
so
Won-yong.
they're in control here, Korea. They've got the ball position.
Oh,
too fast.
He did it. He skipped it up nicely. And it's Liu Guanjan.
Yeah. No loose
great
passes.
job.
If you throw loose passes, you just open it up to the opposition to come and pick them up.
Well, again, they've decided not to take the conversion. They did this
Game
yesterday
over.
as well. Oh,
he scored game over. You actually have to tell the referee that you don't want the kick, and that's it. But the referee's called game finish, or
yeah. So that's 21-17. The game had finished on the try, said the referee. There was no time extra.
No, the time had already run out before they scored the try. Okay.
Yeah, so that's a fair call. I don't want to be castigated by a pack of referees again.
Sorry, referees, if we were too harsh on you yesterday. You know, but at times we think you're harsh on general players on the field. So it's you know, tit for tat. But there's a general improvement this year. So well done, guys.
I think they're all wonderful, warm human beings who deserve a big hug.
They are.